Hi, this is Jessica Eden O'Neill. I'm a canine behavior specialist. I live in Ottawa, Ontario, and I have a few things that I'd like to say. In an industry that is so incredibly divided, like the pet dog training industry, we all must be able to agree, at the very least, that this is not okay. This is not a conversation about tools and which tools are appropriate. This is not a conversation about techniques and terminology. This is a conversation about humane handling, being not just fair, but being respectful that these creatures, dogs, have feelings. They are sentient beings, that they deserve some semblance of respect despite your ability as a human to overpower them and enforce compliance. There's more to this story. There has to be. I'm not a legal expert by any means, but I can look at the Criminal Code of Canada and I can see that section 445.1 says everyone who commits an offense who A, willfully causes or B, the owner willfully permits to cause unnecessary pain, suffering, or injury to an animal is guilty of cruelty to animals. And you cannot tell me that this is not unnecessary pain and suffering. The Ontario Provincial Animal Welfare Services Act of 2019, under distress, animal fights, and harm, says distress, causing distress. Under 15 subsection 1, no person shall cause an animal to be in distress or permitting distress. No owner or custodian of an animal shall permit the animal to be in distress. Now you tell me, does this animal look like it's in distress? I can't tell you how many times people have said to me, why are these people so popular then, Jess? You're always talking about how unethical they are and how inhumane they are with their handling. And yet they are the most popular trainers on social media. Why is that? So I'm going to tell you why. Real, and I'm going to say real, appropriate, humane, science based handling, humane handling of sentient beings. If you are trying to change or help an animal become comfortable or change an emotional state of an animal, it's boring as hell. It's boring as hell to watch. Nobody's going to watch a 30-minute episode while you stand 100 feet away and reward a dog every time it gives you eye contact instead of freaking out. That's not very fun to watch. So I want to speak to dog owners out there. And if you are at the point where you feel you need to hire somebody like this, I need you to check yourself. I need you to examine why you are having difficulties connecting with your dog, where this behavior is coming from, and what you have tried. And I want you to start to do some research about what canine behavior modification and training should look like. There are so many good resources. This is not the way. So I want to make sure we are all on the same page here. This is not clever. This is not skill. This is not talent. This is not anything that should be applauded. This is not anything that should be celebrated. This is what humanity looks like when it goes wrong. So, if for even 1 second you think to yourself, these dogs are really aggressive, that's not my dog. I don't see my dog in that position. This guy is saving the lives of dogs who are lost cause. You are wrong. That is your dog. That is your dog when it hasn't been listened to, when it's been misunderstood, when it's had shitty experiences and not had the ability or opportunity to overcome them, and then put in a position where they are battered and beaten into submission from some asshole in a flashy suit. So let's make sure that everybody understands that this is unnecessary pain and suffering towards an animal, that these animals are in distress. And if you are an owner who is putting your animal or permitting your animal to be in this situation, you are guilty. If you are a premises who is hosting this type of interaction in this event, you are also guilty. And certainly that individual who is going around and telling people that this is the way that we should treat animals, is 100% guilty. So please do your part. If any of this resonates with you, if this makes sense to you, please share this video. Please look at, there are different individuals, I'll put the links below, who are really working hard to stop this individual, who have made progress, and Zach George is leading the way. But there are so many individuals who have become passionate about this, just like myself, and who are trying their best to spread this message. So please share, do your part. There are instructions below. Lastly, I want you to consider where you stand on this issue and why you stand that way, and what it means to be human, and what it means to be given this responsibility and this privilege to have power over other animals, and what you're doing with that power.